Hey there, everyone. It's RCK, and I'm glad to have you back here again for a new series that we're starting. I've started this one a while back. Hold on, let's check. This game actually went on for 10 months or so back in the 1st of March. So here we have Pangea. We're playing as EA Pangea. We won't go over our pretender until he shows up. We will go over to Blessio on our first turn. Other than that, I'll show you the nations we're playing with. Now, this game in particular was called, let's see, what was it called? I won't leave it in the description just because it has another YouTuber's name in it, and I don't know, feel like I'm overstepping by having his name and something else of mine. His name is called DDR Jake Community Game. This is what the game was called, DDR Jake Community Game 4. So I'll just have it EA Pan Multiplayer Game or some shit like that. But yeah, this was a small community game that we're having. And I joined, and I was the first draft pick, so I picked Pangea. Never played him before. Really interesting nation. I learned a lot about him. So this was a fairly large game, and there was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 people playing. Okay, we have Arcosafali, Ulm, Sarmatia, Tianchi, Machaca, Mikland, Calum, Pangea, TNN, Vanheim, Niflheim, Rus, Yomi, Baratos, Atlantis, and Relay. Something that was also kind of crazy. We need 31 ascension points. This is going to be a long fucking game. 31 ascension points. So this is going to be a interesting one, guys. As of right now, we don't see anyone because this is turn one. Our Dominion is already spread to 211. As far as the kind of layout of the map here, we see two underwater thrones beside us. That sucks. We won't be able to get those till later. We see one there at 183, one at 156, we see one at 11, and the rest of them are kind of far away. As far as forests go, we have 211 and 228 as far as the closest ones to us. I doubt we'll be able to grab 28 or 218 before someone else is able to. I think there are probably people here or here, or if not there. The only ones I think we'll be able to grab in time will probably be 162 or 186, maybe even 176. 186 is a throne though. Now that I see that, so that one might be a later on throne we take, depending on what it is. If it's level 3, of course, we won't be able to take it as fast. So yeah, we're going to expand. We're going to take 228 to 11 really fast. Honestly, we might even disregard those and head straight to grab 262 or 176 just to kind of ensure that we have extra forts for us later on. Of course, you know, Pangea can grow forts. It's a 40 gem, or is it 30 some? Let's see which one is it. Enchantment. Uh, it is, nope, that's not it. Alteration. Yes, grow fortress for 35 gems. It requires a level 4 nature mage. Of course, our pans are level 4 nature mages. Yep, so we do have the ability to cast it. As far as our first turn goes, we will be recruiting a Hierophant. That will be the Earth Nature random here. And then our other recruitment as far as our units go will be 5 White Centaurs maxing out. We did have to play with our skills a little bit for this game because we did put a lot of thought into it of maxing out how many we can get on the first turn to help expansion out. Um, we did take a Dominion of 6. No, we took a Dominion of 7. So 5 here, 1 there, and then 1 left over. But we have the maximum amount of resources we could use in gold, so very tight as far as that goes. Our bless for this game is magic weapons, shock resistance 15, poison resistance 15, fire resistance plus 10, cold resistance 5, defense skill plus 2, strength plus 2, blood surge 3, dark vision 50. Or 50%, I guess. Our white centaurs are going to help us throughout, or basically carry us throughout the early game here, and lead us into the mid game. And then, of course, we're going to have to kind of separate ourselves from them into the late game. They just won't be as strong. Of course, they'll still be good, but we just won't be able to make as many as we need through losses and time and whatnot. But yeah, if we have a fairly strong bless, of course, we probably could have gone something. We could have put HP on them instead of poison resistance. But I don't want to have to be reliant on having a mage there in the battle to cast poison resistance on our units, being multiple dryads or things like that. I just want to be able to have one sneaking unit instead of multiple sneaking units, kind of give that foul vapor sign away. I mean, I know a lot of people know it's coming. Of course, Pangea, you'll play against foul vapors just like Satis, you'll see it just because they have the ability to. But I mean, this just helps us a little bit, along with some other things that did go for a kind of fairly high resistance build. Fire, cold, shock, defense skill +2, just kind of to have strength, of course, just to give them a little bit more oomph, in order to kind of get over some of those higher protection units if that's what's needed. Blood surge to deal with chaff and other units if they come in mass. Of course, our units will be able to eat them up. And then dark vision, just in case we fight in things like caves or anything along those lines, or they do something like solar eclipse or darkness. At least we will still have an answer, somewhat of an answer to it. We won't take as many negative modifiers, of course. So that's going to be all here for turn 1. We are prophetizing our prophet here, or our harpy here. And then as far as the first turn goes with this army, we won't be blind expanding. We will just sit here and be patrolling. And that's it. We have no idea who our neighbors are, and we'll go to turn 2. Lately, I've been doing videos or sessions of recordings in only 3-turn increments. Just to kind of have them be smaller episodes, being about the 20 to 30 minute mark. And even then, just trying not to burn myself out as much. Of course, we see all the prophets here. And we'll just click through the names if you want to take a look. Mumbo Jumbo. One of many, that was the Black Harpy. Ragnar. Monkey Worshipper. Very cool, very cool. So now we do see what indies we have around us. And honestly, very light on indies. We don't see anything too difficult. These monkeys will be very, very easy to take out in 228. Oh. Sorry, I had to take a sip of water there. It's like third or fourth recording today. Light Cav and Militia, only 10, very, very small amount. And very, very weak indies overall. Heavy Infantry and Slingers, still very, very small amount and weak. Of course, we do see that the income is fairly low, but we do want to grab that forest for the resources, because that is what we're the lowest on right now. Well, income too, but resources as well. Just grabbing a forest to make early scouts, that was also a big factor on choosing to take this forest first, just because we can recruit units from it while we're still expanding with our other units. So, and then we have 10 cavemen here in this cave, and of course our units have dark vision, so we should be easily take that. And then we have 40 light infantry, militia, and archer, so another weak infantry. Very nice to see all these weak infantries for our nice expanding parties. So that is turn 2. Not a whole lot to be said. We still do not see anyone yet. Of course, our scout is preaching at our capital. We do want to get our scales up. So we took, I think these were our scales. I knew some of them are. So Turmoil 2, which I believe is Turmoil 3 actually. Sloth 1, it could be that. I don't remember. I know we definitely took Cold. I know I definitely took Cold 3. I think I took Turmoil 3. Not sure if I took. Hold on. Not sure if I took Growth 3 or 2. Pretty sure I took Luck 3. I can't remember if I took Magic 3 or Magic 2. So I'm pretty sure there would have been no reason for me not to take Turmoil 3, so I don't think that I think my scales are still a little messed up in the capital just from the start of the game. So that was turn 2, so let's head over to turn 3. But either way, I mean, we don't necessarily need to use our prophet for anything. We have a blesser already that we summoned. Getting our scales out is going to be very, very essential for Pangea. So yeah, that's why we just have him on preaching, unless we necessarily need him. I mean, he can fly as far as we need him to. Like, I don't think we're going to expand this far out anytime soon, but if he does need to be there with an army, I mean, he does have the capability and the reach to make it where we need him to go. So that will be turn 2. Let's head over to turn 3. Let's see if we see anybody. I could look. I'm going to look around on this third turn just to show you kind of where things are situated at as far as the oceans are, I guess. So we have a battle here we'll watch. So, what's going on here? So the combat speed of the Satyr warriors are 12. The Satyrs are 13. But they are undisciplined. So they're going to start going as soon as possible. And then the combat speed of the White Centaurs are 29. So I tried to place them out the best we can to make sure that they hit around the same time, being that the undisciplined units take the blunt of the battle, take the fire from things, and then the White Centaurs and the Satyr warriors come in at the same time after that, because they're on a hold and attack. Well, these are just on attack, and they should just about hit at the right time. If not, it will be very, very close. See, very, very close. Which they met at the same time. That took a little bit of practice to get set up in the right position. I did put a lot of effort into this game, and I quite enjoyed it. Did we take any losses there? Lost one Satyr warrior. So next I'll be hitting 231. So instead of going for this forest, I did see that income is really what I was hurting on at this point. Not recruiting anything here. But yeah, income is one of the biggest things, and this is a large farmland. You can see from the houses on the map. You see from the little farmland tag up here that this is going to be a very, very nice farmland. I'm sure if someone ends up taking these forests from us, we can easily fight them, and that'll be our first war, because that will give us 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then a capital. That many more forts? Are you kidding me? That would be a great first war for us, depending on who it is. This one's not too bad as well. 5 and then a cap. That would be very nice as well. So yeah, the probably least likely war we would have is whoever is to the north of us, just because of the lack of forests. I mean, it seemed like some decent plains, but other than that, we're good. East, we've got a couple of forests, but the terrain, as far as the river crossings and mountains, are kind of making it kind of rather difficult terrain to cross. So very unlikely for us to go east as well. Alright, so that's turn 3. Hope you guys enjoyed. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye.